MaXXXine is the male Goth mega blockbuster movie that will show the 80s that being a porn star is bad because being chased around by a night stalker. But being a porn star is worse by being chased by a horny night stalker that looked like Mr. X from Resident Evil 2. We will dive into the movie review of MaXXXine as she dodges stalkers, Mr. X, and homicide detectives to get to the top of becoming a movie star because she's
Brooke Shields and
MaXXXine Minx.
Directed by T.I. West, the cast of the movie is Mel Goth as MaXXXine Minx, Elizabeth Debicki as Elizabeth, Michelle Monaghan as Detective Williams, Bobby Cannavale as Detective Torres, Giancarlo Esposito as Teddy Knight, and Kevin Bacon as John Labat. The movie starts off as MaXXXine going to audition for a role. Her motivation is to become a star like acting. She works as a porn star looking to go big. She believes she got the role and tell them sorry blondes outside wait for audition to go home and kick rocks because she got the role.
Go home, bitches! Show's over, I nailed it!
For some reason, one of the interviewers want her to take her top off. How creepy is that for the old lady to ask her to do that? This is her agent, and he's a solid dude who some people remember him in the Boys TV show or in the video game Far Cry 6. Teddy tell him some good news. The good news is she got a chance to become in a horror movie. The bad news is she did not get the other role, which the old horny lady asked her to take her top off. MaXXXine is so happy that she tell her best friend, who is this guy working in blockbusters or something, and because she's
Brooke Shields and
MaXXXine Minx.
she's that good. Next, she go to the spot to tell her two friends who are also porn stars that she gonna be featured in a horror movie, but neither one of them don't care about her movie career and want to meet some rich guy at a fancy place.
It's party time!
While all of that is going on, there's a night stalker going around killing women because not only he's horny, but he put patent brand on their body, which is some type of satanic symbol. The next scene, MaXXXine and Blockbuster guy watching TV, and all of a sudden someone knock on their door and drop a letter. It was Mr. X wanted to show his Resident Evil 2 video of him chasing Leon Kennedy and Claire Redfield all over Raccoon City. But instead, it was a incriminating video of MaXXXine doing some weird stuff. She gets mad and stays in her room like a 2-year-old baby wanting a new toy. Meanwhile, Footloose was in the car talking to Mr. X about MaXXXine to make her life a living hell. Then, Mr. X strikes and took out MaXXXine co-workers because he wanted to film some sick stuff. The next day, it is all over the news and a homicide detective shows up trying to find a night stalker, but they're so incompetent that they think MaXXXine has something to do with the killing.
You incompetent fools!
The next scene, MaXXXine gets a wax job like she in a movie The House of Wax or something, but freak out that she's having flashback from one of her other movies featuring Granny doing some twisted things.
You sick, twisted!
She sees a number on her car windshield and called it with some weirdo wanted her to meet her on the 35th floor. The next day, MaXXXine meet this weirdo and it was Footloose, trying to intimidate her about her past. You know things that she did in Texas. She tells him she don't know what you're talking about and tell him to back off.
Back off! Back off!
He gives her a letter and then threatens to end her career. So she meets with this lady who is a solid lady who wanted her to become a star, but is pretty stuck up because everyone on the set keeps saying, don't make her mad and do whatever she says. While MaXXXine getting ready to enjoy her role, Footloose is following her like a creep. She beat him to the point that he has never been beaten by a girl before.
You got beat up by a girl!
Then follow her and chase her all over the set, but is saved by a security guard telling him to get out for trespassing and being a creep. Then, as she go home, the two detectives shows up again, one to ask her some questions, but she claims she knows nothing and it's not her problem. One of them claimed that she should be scared and that the killer lose, but he's trying to revive his acting career in a movie. much like his acting career for real.
My entire career.
So she returned to the set late, and Elizabeth confronted her about being late. And if you ever late again, it will be the end of your movie career. If any problem you have going on, you better take care of that problem.
Take care of it.
The movie Elizabeth was trying to produce was called Appearances. The reason I mentioned earlier Elizabeth is a solid lady because she can relate to MaXXXine and wanted to show the world that she can make solid movies, which I'm sure is going to be better than Madam Well. Remember the Blockbuster guy? He was closing for the night after some weirdo come to him asking about something, but then got annihilated by the Night Stalker. Since he was a guy, the Night Stalker sauteed him like a pig. MaXXXine found out her best friend got killed off, and the incompetent detective wants to ask her more questions and trying to convince her to help them out. She blows him off again, but this time they get tough on her, and she tells him it's not her problem again. Back on the set, Elizabeth tells her to take the weekend off, and the real work begins on Monday. So she goes to the party before she sniff on that crack like she's Scarface. She's having a great time, minding her business, but then Footloose shows up again and chasing her. So MaXXXine went to her agent, Teddy, wanting to take care of this problem called Footloose. They knocked Footloose out and got him good to the point that he was crushed.
Would crush him, and he's already so crushed.
So that address Footloose gave him earlier, she went to the house to put an end to this issue. The detective followed her to see where she's going, and so she finally meet Mr. X, and here's the plot twist. It was her freaking dad with his religious cult. Mr. X does his old man rant.
The hell does rant mean?
Tie her up like they do back in the 1880s with the witches. So Mr. X wanted to brand her before another old man rant, but the competent detective shows up and saved the day, taking out all the bad guys. But then get incompetent and they both get executed. Not before Detective Williams got the old man. The final showdown between MaXXXine versus her dad, and she violated him.
Getting what you got coming to you.
And pursued her movie career because her movie was a success and a happy ending comes to a close as Elizabeth and her starts a new movie. This movie was pretty good. It has a perfect mix of action, drama, suspense, and acting that keep you entertained for an hour and 45 minutes. The movie did a great job with the 80s nostalgia of what they was doing back in the 80s. Of course, the acting by each character was spot on, and I wish they could elaborate on certain things like how MaXXXine got started into the porn business and how the agent found her. The movie does go back to her previous films a bit whenever she spazzes out. I will give this movie 8 stars. Let me know if you're going to see this movie or pass this one up. If you want to see more future movies reviews on my channel, press the share, like, and subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next movie review.
You're a movie star.